Ollie, hello. Welcome to Harlequins Live. How are you?
Very good, thanks, Dave. I'm in rainy Cornwall at the moment.
A beautiful part of the world. Is that where you're living now, or you're on a holiday? One of these staycations I'm hearing so much about.
Yeah, no, no. When I retired from Queen's, I did move to the West Country, but I moved back home, which is basically between Bristol and Bath, and well, it's Bristol, and but yeah, we're just on a. After having 6 months of the kids not going to school, somehow our school's got another extra week because they're doing some work on the school. So our kids are going back a week after everyone else's. So yeah, but we are very lucky. We're down in Cornwall and it's lovely.
A beautiful part of the world. Enjoy it, mate. Right, the reason I've got you here, you are the latest inductee into our Harlequins Live Halftime Hall of Fame. You are in.
Blimey!
I know. It's big, isn't it? You're in very
Wow.
esteemed company. So let's talk about your time at Quins, because hopefully you look back on it as fondly as the fans look back on your time there. Does the club still sort of mean anything to you? I know you're still involved with the
Yeah.
foundation and everything. What part does Quins play in your sort of life and your happy memories and the like?
Well, I retired 8 years ago. So it's gone really quickly. I definitely still couldn't play. For the first couple of years afterwards, you convince yourself you still can, but I definitely couldn't. What does the club mean to me? I love the club. It's my club. You know, I did play at Bristol before I went to Quins, but the highlights of my rugby career were at Quins, and I made my debut. I'll never forget against Wasps away at their old ground, and from then on, I had some great years, made some great friends, and I think the biggest thing, people say, what do you miss from rugby? I miss the crack with the boys, and I love that. But I'm very lucky that we've created loads of great memories, and I've got a very, very close set of friends that we don't see each other all the time, but we're very connected, and we share all the same stories that we always did when we played. So I do love the club. I'm still involved with it through the foundation, which are doing fantastic things. They wrote me in. I did the rival bike ride a couple of years ago, which I loved. After doing like one or two spin classes, that was my prep to get on the bike for a couple of days with a great crew and raise some money for the foundation that are doing fantastic things. Was my kind of way into staying connected with the club and sort of giving back if I could in a small way. And obviously through the Jolly Hog, I'm still connected with the club. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I've got great memories of playing, fantastic friends that were made, and also, the club gave me a leg up in terms of starting up my business. So lots of good memories.
You mentioned that bike ride there. You must have needed a bag of frozen peas for the undercarriage after that.
Mate, hell of it. Yeah, they said bring padded shorts and cream, but the second day was just like sitting down on needles. There was a few people that didn't make the second day. Mike Ross being one. Just sorry to name and shame. Tight for Ireland, good mate of mine, and a few others. But yeah, we did it with Jordan Turner Hall, Jim Evans, Mel Dean, Lukey Wallace. There's a few of us. Georgie Lowe. Yeah, it was great. So we couldn't do it this year, unfortunately, but we'll definitely get it done next year.
You mentioned Jordan and Jim there. They were the first inductees into the Halftime Hall of Fame. So that's the esteemed company you're in at the moment.
But it can only go uphill from there.
So you talked about great memories on the pitch. One of those, of course, was becoming a Premiership champion. What can you tell me about that day at Twickenham?
Yeah, I mean, the day was just incredible. It was the highlight of my career, without a doubt. But it was the journey. It sounds so cheesy, but the journey we went on to get to that point, and it started off, a couple of years before that. But that day, it was super hot, which isn't necessarily conducive to a big rig like mine. But the day started with an amazing team talk in the change rooms, and I've spoke about this before, but Connor and the coaches gave a team talk like no other on the morning of the game, and then we gathered there, came out of the change rooms at the Stoop to a guard of honour that walked us all the way from the Stoop to Twickenham, and that was just an amazing feeling. That was like no other, and it was kind of like we can't lose now, we can't lose, and it was obviously the game went to the wire, but it never really felt like we were going to lose because we had such strong belief. Because over the years we built up some big momentum as a group, led by Connor and Robbo. So yeah, I mean, it was just the highlight, and then to go back and drink some beers and eat some sausages at the Jolly Hog in the corner of the car park, and then do a big sing-song with the fans. I mean, there's 4,000 or 5,000 fans on the pitch, and to have Minty on the mic doing a sing-song with those guys will be memories I'll never forget. And then the days after that, we had like a monster 2-3 day lash up. So what a weekend that was.
Good man. Well, enjoy your time with the kids, mate. And as I say, really looking forward to welcoming you back to the Stoop when the time is right. Olly Kohn, top man. Speak to you later.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Ta-da.